Hello, guys and dolls. How are you? I hope you're well. All right, so we're going to dive right in. Yesterday, I'm not going to go into specific details. I'm just going to say that there was an emergency crisis yesterday that my friend and I were involved with, and it was in a neighborhood that we're normally not in, and we really needed some additional assistance, and no one was available to help. People pretended they weren't home. Their cars were there. They didn't answer the door. He knocked on 4 doors and no one answered. But somebody called the cops on us, and why, I have no clue, because we were resolving the issue on our own. Okay? So you were pretending you're not home, but then you call the cops. You know what? This is the reason why. And I'm not going to go into the other thing, but I will say that for those of you parents who are catering to your youngest child just because of their fucking age, you need to stop today and now. They have no rules, they have no regulations, they could do as they please. Because of their age alone, they are considered on the right hand of God the Father. No rules, no regulations, no boundaries. And if someone's in a crisis, you don't get involved because you kiss your kid's ass. They're the youngest, so therefore they need their asses kissed. They need to be bathed, sit in water with rose petals, and you hire staff to bathe them because they don't need to bathe themselves because they're the youngest kid. Don't give them rules and regulations. Don't teach them to think about someone other than themselves. Don't do it. Just keep on doing that. And your son or your daughter is going to be a motherfucking narcissist, and it's going to be your goddamn fucking fault. I'm just telling you. Your son or daughter is going to be a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath. This is what happens to kids who get their asses kissed. This is what happens when your youngest kid gets their feet washed in mineral water imported from Egypt. This is the type of shit that they deal with. The rest of us have to deal with it too, because they become criminals. They become psychotic. They become criminals. They commit murder. If they don't commit murder, they can be not sociopaths, but narcs. And the rest of us have to deal with your child trying to ruin our lives because you didn't raise them right. Wow. 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 There was one guy that drove by and tried to help, and I'm grateful for him. His mother obviously taught him, hey, if someone's in a crisis, it ain't always about you. And the really weird thing is, when that selfish, whoever it is, needs somebody, oh, everybody's supposed to pray for them, and everybody's supposed to reach out for them, and everybody's supposed to coddle them through it. Yeah? You think so? Well, I'll tell you what. If you are a selfish narcissist or other spoiled ass, wait till your turn comes. Don't expect nobody to be there, and don't cry like a bitch when they're not there, because you're going to get what you give. You're going to get what you give. Mothers, fathers, grandparents, whoever it is that is catering, raising this child, and kissing their ass based on chronological age only, you're begging for problems, and you're gonna get them. If you want to talk to them through a glass partition because they are in prison now because you catered to their every whim, so they think that rules don't apply to them, laws don't apply to them, they can break the law because you will save them, you will bail them out, you're gonna get it. Unfortunately, the rest of us are going to get it too. Because these fools are not raising their kids properly. They're not. How much common sense do you have to know that if you cater to someone and teach them that they are royalty and nobody, your feet don't touch the ground, what makes you think that that's not going to be a disaster? You'll find out the hard way. Some of y'all are finding that out right now. Some of y'all are finding that out right now. That the way you raised or non-raised your kid is causing havoc in the whole family. What did you expect was going to happen? And then other family members try to tell you, don't do that, and you gonna damn do it anyway, because that's my baby. Oh, really? I'll tell you what. Write me personally and let me know how well that worked for you. Let me know. So, I just think that people are disgusting. I think that a lot of people are so selfish and so self-absorbed, and it's really, 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 really disgusting. I have an online friend. She knows who she is. She's got 3 children. Her kids do not act like that. They have healthy relationships. They are healthy in their careers. You know, like their careers are going well. They're getting along with people they work with. They're not getting fired because they're an asshole because they got their butt kissed all their life. They were actually raised well by both of the parents. So you did a good job. You know who you are. And I have a lot of respect for you. And thank you for not contributing to the twisted, demented members of our society that we all have to pay the price for. Okay? Thank you. Wow. I'm just... Okay. So, this is a 2-parter. The second part of this is... And y'all aren't going to like what I'm saying, what I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because you need to hear it, because ain't nobody else going to tell you. So it might as well be me. And this applied to me too. Okay? Men, women, whoever you are, whatever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are. You are not in a position to date anyone ever until you get this straight. Let me repeat that. You are not in a position to date anyone until you get this straight. You're not. Because you're packing your luggage and you're bringing it, all your mental baggage, everywhere you go, you're bringing it. And the rest of us have to deal with your rudeness, your hypersexuality, your verbal rape of someone else's body. Oh, I love your butt. I love your boobs. Wow, 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 wow. Who the fuck wants to hear that from you? Nobody. You got anger. A lot of men, in particular, MGTOW. A lot of men have anger towards women because they got divorced once, twice, more than that. And yes, I know an individual who was married 4 times. He's an avoidant. He got married because he thought that was the cure-all. All my mental illness will disappear when I marry someone. Oh, it didn't work. Well, let me marry someone else. That didn't work. Let me marry someone else. Well, that didn't work. Well, let me marry one more time. You got to get to the bottom of your mental illness in order for you to get better. I am sick and tired of dealing with mentally ill people. I am sick and tired of people not raising their children right. I am sick and damn tired of being on the receiving end because you were too goddamn lazy to teach your stupid child anything. And your child didn't have enough sense to say, you know what? I've got issues. Let me get some goddamn therapy. None of my relationships are working. Let me get a goddamn clue. For those of you who have done that, you have gone to therapy. You have sought help. You have screwed your head on straight because you don't want to be a poison to someone else's life. I cannot commend you enough because that is hard. That is hard to face your demons. It is hard to say, I'm losing friends. And when I try to reach out to them, they won't respond. All my relationships fail. So everybody wants to point fingers in this direction and that direction and blame every goddamn body but themselves. There are exceptions to the rule. So if your partner was abusive verbally, physically, financially, religiously, beat you over the head with the Bible and abuse you in the same breath. And yes, people do that. And yes, I've been through that. Those are exceptions to the rule. People who are, they flash that they were such a great person. And some people can keep that fake persona. They can keep that going indefinitely. Indefinitely. Especially if you don't see them that much. They're traveling over the road. They're a traveling salesperson. They're never around. So naturally, when you see them, it could be a honeymoon every time, naturally. So it takes them a lot longer to show who they are because they can be a monster in between clients or whatever. And then when they see you, hey, babe, I missed you so much. I love you so much. Okay. They can keep up the fake persona, the mask, for longer. People are going to get sick and fucking tired of your lack of mental clarity, your lack of self-examining, your lack of responsibility for your own actions. They're going to get sick and damn tired of it. You're going to find yourself alone. No partner, no friends. And in some cases, your family may cut your ass off too, which you deserve. You deserve to lose everybody until you get a freaking clue and realize that the world, contrary to what your mama, grandma, and whoever taught you, contrary to all that bullshit, the world doesn't revolve around you. The earth doesn't revolve on its axis just because you exist. If you start losing people, if you never got a clue before, you better get a clue then. Because you're going to be alone. You're going to be alone. I am sick and damn tired of people not holding themselves accountable. I am sick and damn tired of people not getting therapy. I am sick and damn tired of people not doing research. I'm sick and damn tired of people not joining a support group which doesn't cost you a goddamn penny. I have to deal with your attitude. I have to deal with your rudeness. All of us in society that have the misfortune of coming across your ass, we have to deal with your shit. We have to deal with your fucked up attitude. We have to deal with your entitlement and grandiosity and your lack of concern until something happens to your ass. Now all of a sudden it's a goddamn worldwide crisis. No, it's not. And you're going to find out the hard way that what you give, you're going to get. What do I always tell you? How does it go? If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. Now you know why your relationships fail. Now you know why your marriages fail. Look in the goddamn mirror. Unless that person was abusive and mean and manipulative, you are the reason. Chances are you are the reason. So you can point fingers at every Tom, Dick, Harry, Sally, Sue, Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. I don't give a shit who you blame it on, but god dang it, you're the common denominator. You are the common denominator. Get some help. Stop poisoning other people. And for those of you who are so arrogant that you don't care, one day you will care. When you have no one by your side, you will all of a sudden get a clue. Because narcissists are desperate for other people. They cannot survive on their own. They cannot be alone. They have to be in a relationship. They got to be glued to someone because they are an empty, dark shell on their own. So they have to suck the goodness out of some damn body. So they're going to be miserable until they die. So I find that that's a good karma for you. Refusing to get help, that's a good karma for you. Being miserable the rest of your life, regardless of being with the person of your dreams. Because you're going to get bored with them anyway, because you have the mind of a goddamn toddler. So you're going to get bored with them anyway. You're going to have to seek new supply, because you're a human leech, parasite. The world we live in is disgusting. People are selfish, self-centered. What did I tell y'all over and over and over again? All we have is each other. All we have is each other. And if you fuck that up, you got nobody. You got nobody. Keep it up. Get your ass some therapy. Get your ass a life coach, relationship coach. Get rid of people who are sick and twisting your brain. Your sick, demented, narcissistic, psychopathic family, cut them off. Because you are never going to heal in the same space that you keep sticking yourself in. You can't heal around sick people. All we have is each other. And if you screw that up, the world is a lonely place, and you're going to find out the hard way. And you can blame it on your ex-wife or your ex-husband or your dog, your goldfish. Blame it on whoever the fuck you want to blame it on. But the real reality is it's you. Unless you're being abused, and that's a different story, like I said. Hold yourself accountable. Find out what your goddamn problem is. Dr. Carter is on YouTube. I don't know why I haven't mentioned him before. He's wonderful. He is a therapist. He is absolutely wonderful. He specializes in narcissism. But even if you're not a narc, he'll be more than happy to work with you. He also works with, oh God, what is it called? It's a therapy group that you give them a brief synopsis of what you're going through, and they will hook you up with a therapist that is suitable for what your needs are. And I can't remember what it's called. But if you ever watch Dr. Carter on YouTube, he will mention it. Because he's working with them. Oh, I can't think of the name of it right now. And they will work with you on your income. If you say, well, you know, I'm only making X amount of dollars. Is there any way y'all could cut me a little bit of, you know, cut me a little break on the bill? They'll work with you. I think they'll give you like somewhat of a discount or something. I'm not sure, but grab the bull by the horns and stop being an asshole. Don't be selfish. Don't pretend you're not home when someone knocks on a goddamn door and they're having an emergency. I was calm yesterday, but the way people truly are, a lot of people are, it just makes me nauseated. It nauseates me. The supreme selfishness is just mind-blowing. And for people to think it's all in my head, because I'm sure there's somebody out there, I'm like, I don't really give a fuck what you think. You don't pay my bills. But the Bible talks about that. Now, I'm not a Bible thumper, but there is a scripture that says people will be lovers of selves. What in the hell do you think they mean by that? Narcissism. Selfishness. Self-absorption. When you do something for someone else, it makes you feel good and it makes them feel good. What's the problem? What's the problem? Start off small. If you're learning not to be a selfish asshole, start off small. The lady in the store is an old lady. She can't reach the top shelf. You're taller. You reach it for her. Give her the soda or the soup or whatever it is that she needs. Get it for her. Give a stranger a compliment. Comfort a child that's in a store and they don't know where their parents are or their mom. Start doing little things, little by little by little. And you know what? You're going to realize, put your seatbelt on. You're going to realize that this shit feels good. What did I say? When you do for other people, you're going to start to feel good. You make them happy. They make you feel appreciated and happy. There you go. There you go. When you get into an emergency situation, and you're not guaranteed to never get in an emergency situation, it could happen today. It could happen the minute you watch this video. If you need other people and you've never been there for them, God help you. God help you. I'm going to tell you this and then I'm going to go. When I helped myself and a boat full with 3 people on it, I think, we did teamwork to help this father and son that had fell out of their boat. We didn't talk about it. We didn't discuss it. We didn't plan. It was a well choreographed, without the choreography, rescue mission. We didn't have to say, okay, let's do this, let's do that. It fell together like the pieces of a puzzle. There were individuals that were at the, I don't know what end of the lake it is, but if you're facing the lake, that part of the lake, it's to the extreme far right, I think, or yeah. They were fishing. They didn't give a shit. We're not going to have our day ruined. We're trying to catch some fish. So this is all about us and what we try to do. So we know that they doing something over there and that looks weird. That looks like, what is that in the water? What is going on? Oh, wait, those people are swimming. What's going on? Something's wrong. They didn't give a shit. Their day's coming. And some of y'all's day's coming too, because all you care about is you. So the good news is, when something hits the fan, you're going to be all about you, and you're going to have to deal with it by yourself, because you are the most important person to you anyway. Karma is something you don't want to play with. Karma is something you do not want to play with. So keep doing what you've been doing. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be more depressed. You're going to be filled with anxiety. You're going to be a miserable, miserable individual for the rest of your god dang raggedy life until you do something about it. I am sick to death, tired of dealing with somebody not raising their kid right. I'm just, ugh! It drives me insane. Manners, respect, hello, thank you, I'm sorry. Calling somebody, hey, how you? I know you're not feeling well. Do you want anything from the store? I'm getting ready to go to the store. Do you want some orange juice, vitamin C, ibuprofen? You know, home style chicken noodle soup. Is there anything I could pick up for you? Because I'm on my way there anyway, and I'll swing by your house on my way home. Anything you need? Milk, butter, cheese, deodorant, toothpaste. How many people have done that? And you know what's even more disgusting than all of this combined? Is the fact that when a person dies, the same individuals who wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire feel entitled to their belongings. Yeah. When was the last time you called them just to hear their voice? When was the last time you offered to get them something from the store? When was the last time you offered to babysit for an exhausted mom? You're close with them. Your kids have play dates with their kid. When was the last? And you're home. You're a home. You stay at home mom, whatever. When was the last time you said, hey, why don't you bring your daughter, your son over? I know you're exhausted. You've been working long hours at work. My kid's driving me crazy too. So why don't you bring your child over and we can have a play date. If you want to go home and get some rest, go for it. When was the last time you did that? Start off small, little itty bitty baby steps. Before you know it, you will absolutely love it. It will feel good to you. And in itself is kind of a form of therapy. There is nothing wrong with getting help for that. As a matter of fact, it's your responsibility. Because too many people are runners. I can't deal with my life. Not me, but I'm just saying, some people have this mentality. I can't deal with my life. I'm going to run to alcohol and ruin my life that way. Or I'm going to run to drugs because that always fixes problems, doesn't it? I don't have enough problems. Let me create more by being a drug addict. And I don't want to, and you'd be surprised how many people defend them. You know, you obviously don't understand addiction. I understand it a hell of a lot more than you think I do. And I know a lot more than you think I know. And I know for a goddamn fact that that is not the answer. You're creating more problems on top of a Mount Everest amount of problems. Since when does adding another problem fix it? That's just common damn sense. So anyway, I'm getting some emotions off today. I'm just tired of people. I'm just sick of them. So it's kind of like, for people who go above and beyond, I'm going to get emotional. More emotional. Try not to cry. There was a lady. Let me breathe. There was a lady. I was having a terrible time. And I had tears in my eyes, and I was in the store, and the lady was walking towards me, and I had tears in my eyes, and I was trying to hide my tears because I didn't want to scare anybody, concern anybody, so I turned my face away. Well, she sees the pain in my face. I don't know this woman. I don't know this woman from a can of paint. And she said, where is this coming from? Damn it, I hate when I do this. She said, can I pray for you? And I'm like, yes, and I'm having a bad time, and blah, 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 blah. This woman does not know me from a can of paint. And she prayed for me. And she hugged me. And she hugged me like she's known me for 25 years. I will never forget her. In fact, I saw her in the store another time. And she was with, I guess, a friend of hers. And I smiled real big and I said, I remember you. You prayed for me. I said, I'm going to tell on you. So I told her friend, I said, your friend is an amazing person. And when I was having the worst time, she stopped and prayed for me. So it's not going to kill you to think about somebody other than yourself. It's going to be good for you. Let me repeat that. It's going to be good for you. And I do believe in not only karma, when you do something wrong, it bites you on the ass later. Not only do I believe in that, but I also believe in when you do good, something good is going to happen for you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But something good is going to happen because of the love that you put out in the world. You're going to get something back. I don't know when. You don't know when. But good will come back. It's like an insurance policy. Or an investment. You're going to get a return on your investment. Don't do it because you're going to get a return. But do it because it's the right goddamn thing to do. That woman didn't have to pray for me. She didn't have to hug me. She didn't have to give two rats' asses what I was going through. It's not her life. But it could have been her life. And she did what she would want someone to do for her. That, my friends, is what you're supposed to do. God bless and much love.